welcome to another episode of Dexter's Diary. What's up? Happy Tuesday. I hope you guys had a great weekend. Mine was low-key, and I'm happy about that. So, jumping right in, today I want to talk about something that's really been a consistent thread for me for these past couple of weeks. And I think it really came to a head for me this past week, more prominently. And I feel like it's something I was gearing towards, or not was, but am gearing towards. But confirmation just really, sometimes you have this thought or these thoughts about things that you want to do, and you thinking about them, and you just get that confirmation, like, yeah, I think it's time. I think it's time. And so that's what it's been. And for me, it's about really showing up in my life and really showing up and being who I am. And I think it's something that I grapple with based on my past and things like that. It's not a self-esteem issue. I don't really feel like I grapple with self-esteem issues. I think for me, it's, I don't want to say I never felt pretty, or these are not things, these are, for some people, I think that may be the fallback. Like, they never felt attractive, and now when people tell them that they're attractive, they don't take it well. Which is never, I've never been told I was ugly or anything like that. Like, it wasn't like a barrage of, oh, you're ugly. It wasn't anything like that. I think for me, I just never felt seen, if that makes sense. Just kind of like lurking in the background, just for myself. I've always had friends. I've always been around people, even though I prefer to be more so in the background for myself. But I understand that with what I'm doing, where I want to go, playing the background is not conducive to that, if you understand what I mean. There are going to be things in your life and places that you want to go that you really have to step up to the plate, and playing it safe, which is something that I do. I'm a calculated risk taker, and I'll think. And sometimes I think myself right out of the opportunity, right out of taking the risk, right out of doing what I actually should have done, because I've spent so much time trying to figure out the angles, and is this the way, like, what could go wrong, and then 10 steps behind that and 10 steps around it, and like, I'm doing the math in my head. Like, if you've ever seen that meme with the white lady, and then she's looking like this, and it's like all these different calculations, and she's like, that's literally me all the time. I'm always thinking myself out of things, and it's a really bad habit. And I feel like I prohibited myself from really expanding not only my platform, but me as a person, me as a whole, because I'm so calculated. I'm so against taking these risks. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid of the opportunity. Ain't that crazy? Whoa. I'm so afraid of the opportunity. Okay. That manifested really quickly. Ooh, that was like a real aha moment. That was a real freaking aha moment. I never even thought about that in that way. And this is something that I really grapple with. But again, and this is another reason why I tell you guys, like, I don't script anything I'm going to talk about. It's usually a premise, and then I expand on it, because when things manifest in that moment, it's the realest form of your thoughts and who you are. Oh, okay. So I'm afraid of the opportunity. Like, wow. And it's not because I don't think I'm capable. That's the funny thing. Like, it's not that I don't think I'm capable. I think I'm fully capable. I think I'm fully able to make these things happen. But when you ask for certain opportunities and you are afforded those opportunities, you are then forced to put your money where your mouth is. And I think more than I'm afraid of the opportunity, I'm afraid of failing. Here it is, guys. More than I'm afraid of the opportunity, I'm afraid of failing. And it's something that I grapple with. It's something that I seriously back and forth with myself about. But this week, I've had multiple people come to me. And I'm not talking about like, I don't think anyone's really inconsequential. I don't think anyone's inconsequential. But people that I revere and people that I hold in high regard have literally like inboxed me like, yo, what are you waiting for? Why are you not putting yourself out there? Why are you not like, why, like, you're so this, you're so that, blah, blah. And I'm just like, and these are not even people that I'm in contact with every day. You know what I mean? Like, so when they hit me up, I'm like, I didn't know you were checking for the kid like that. Like, what? And not, again, this is not a romantic thing. This is not a, I want to like get with you. Like, this is these are sincere, like, sis, you need to step up to the plate. Like, you need to be doing more. You need to be putting yourself out there more. You need to be expanding your profile and things like that. And it's just like, I didn't know you were watching. But I'm very public in a lot of things that I post and things that I say and who I am. So you never know who's watching, you know, and that's one of the reasons why I made myself public, why I made my page public, why I don't, in those instances, I don't shy away. But I'm more about substance than really, you know, showboating and doing like, that's just, I get gussied up for y'all, but like in my day to day, like I'm chill. Like, this is not, but again, that's not the point. The point is showing up for yourself and expanding and stop thinking about what could go wrong and start thinking about what could go right, because everything starts with taking a step. And if you're not taking that step, then you're standing still. And you're standing still in your own life. And no one, people can come in and tell you all these great things about how they view you and who you are and what potential they see. And I'm really good at that. I'm really good at coming up to people like, yo, you're dope and this, that, and third, blah, blah, blah. And I see this potential and that, blah, blah, blah. And I'm a great cheerleader. I'm a horrible player. I'm on the sidelines while everyone's playing the game because I don't want to get hurt, because I don't want to get hit, because I don't want to... Wow. I did not come here for this today. Sometimes these realizations will drag you to filth because I think about things a lot, but like, and I try to dissect it into the smallest that I can. But when you're really out and talking about things that matter to you and really being earnest and honest about what's going on, the words that have been sitting in your sub come to the forefront, and you're just like, yo, okay. This just really put things in perspective for me. And I know It might seem a little bit scattered, but this is like a real profound moment for me because it's something that I've been trying to figure out for so long. Like, yo, why? Let's negate everything else that has happened. What are you doing now? And that's it. Like, but this is where it ends. This is where it's over with. I vowed to myself, and only to myself, that I will be showing up and showing out. I will be expanding my platform. I will be giving it my best shot. Whether I win or I lose, I can no longer sit on the sidelines of my life, because why? Why now? Why continue? What, like, why? What's the point? When I don't think y'all really understand how hard that hit me, because I'm always championing for other people. And it's not to say that I don't have anybody in my corner, like, yo, rah, rah, shish, boom, bah. Like, I do. But it's a whole different thing hearing it, and it's a whole different thing when you really understand for yourself what's been holding you back. People can tell you anything. They can tell you it's lack of this, or it's this, that, and third, and blah, 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 blah. There can be so many different dynamics that can happen. And when I tell you I've thought them out, I have. But ultimately, the biggest part of the puzzle is me not doing the work, me being afraid, me stepping back when I should be stepping forward. And it stops today. It stops today. And you guys, yeah. My hope for everyone that's hearing this, my hope for everyone that's in my life, my hope for people that aren't in my life and are sitting in the background of their lives, is that we start showing up. Like, no one can hear our stories if we're silent. No one can know that we exist if we just stay quiet. Like, we cannot bury ourselves for anyone. Like, we're all dynamic and we're all dope in our own individual ways. Let that out. There are artists and your art needs to be out there. Singers, your voice needs to be heard. Poets, please, your words are important. Like, everything does not have to be. I think too, we hold ourselves to these standards of Beyonce, or Basquiat, or whoever you can think of, and we think, like, if we're not at that, if we're not gonna be there, then we shouldn't do anything at all. And it's not true. It's not true. There are multitudes of unsung heroes. There are people who we're just learning about, that their stories have been buried because they didn't fit into a certain dynamic or a mold. And now people are really branching. There is no mold. You make the mold. If anything, you are the prototype. Be that, and step up and show out in your life, because the world needs you. You are important in your own individual way. And there's no one that can take that away from you except for you. It's not about opportunities being taken away from you. It's not about whether you're going to make it big or not. It's about stop stifling yourself. We get into those spaces where we just feel like maybe my voice isn't as important as somebody else's, and it's not true. If anything, your voice is just as important, if not more, depending on what you got to say, depending on what you have to put out there. Like, don't cut yourself short. Don't do that. No one deserves that. Live a life unfulfilled, sitting here sad and distraught because, like, everyone's doing something and you're not. Put your stuff out there. Write a book, I don't care. Do a YouTube video, like sing, do something. Go back to school. Go do whatever, whatever it is that's your passion. Expand on that, and be really grand and be really amazing in it. Because nobody's gonna do it for you. We can champion you. We can push you forward. No one's going to do it for you but you. I can't make you do anything, just as no one can make me do anything. Before I even started this channel, I had thought about doing this for a long time, and people had told me like, oh, you need to da 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 da, and everyone had their input. But until I made that choice, until I made that decision, and not only make the decision but then act on it, nothing was going to happen. No, there was nothing that anyone could tell me before I made that. You know what I mean? Like, I could tell you this 100 times a day. You can listen to this video. You can listen to your friends tell you this, and your family or whatever. And if you don't have a support system, because I understand that, and I know that there are quite a few people who don't have a support system, you got to be your own cheerleader. You got to be your own champion. If for nobody else than for you. There was this, it was a while back, but there was this article about this little black boy who, he didn't have any family, and I don't know the backstory as to why he didn't have any family, but for now we'll just say he's an orphan, and you can look it up though. But he didn't have anyone to show up for him, but he did not want to just fall back on that. So he went to school, got all his degrees. Like, he showed up at graduation by himself. Nobody there. But he did it for himself. And I took that to heart, because there are times when you're not gonna, you can have all the friends and family and people in your life, but there are gonna be times when you have to show up for yourself. Nobody else counts. For yourself, even in your darkest and darkest moments, there are going to be times when it's just you. You have to show up for yourself. It starts here. It starts with you. Before anything branches out, it starts with you. Everything, energy, love, all this stuff, like, it starts with you. You have to show up for yourself. And that was the main thing that came to me last week. Like, you really got to start showing up for yourself. Like, I can have all these people do all this work for me. I can advertise. I can do whatever, blah, blah, blah. If I'm not showing up for me, then it's all in vain. It's all in vain. Show up for yourself. Don't be afraid of the opportunity. Don't be afraid to take the risk, because, like I said, win, lose, or draw, at least you did it. And that's the most important part. I think I say this a lot. I don't have any regrets, but there are some things I wish I could have done better. What's done is done. It is what it is. Am I angry about it? No. Am I sad about it? No. I do, however, wish, like, I could have did that better. I could have approached that better. I could have actually did it, but I didn't. And it's fine, because now I know better. Now I'm in a better space. And oftentimes too, I say, there are times when I feel like I could have did something better, but was I in the mind space to do that? Was I in the emotional place, the best solid emotional space to even get into that? You know, and that's why I say there's no regrets, because there's times when things pop up and you are not your best version of who you are, and you can basically make it worse by showing up in those times. So a lot of this there had to be some healing work. There had to be some purging that went on before I got to this point. And I talk about healing, and I talk about doing that inner work, because it's really important. Because you can show up and show out, but are you showing up with the best version of who you are? It's so many different branches to this tree. It's not about just being your best version on the outside. It's being your best version on the inside. That work has to be done. We cannot negate that inner work because it transfers into everything else that we do. I promise you that. I'm still reeling from that earlier realization, so don't mind me. But to pull it all together, you know, like really dig deep and figure out what's holding you back and heal that. And it's not going to happen overnight. I promise you it's not going to happen overnight. Heal that and work on showing up and showing out in your life because it's important to you. No, it doesn't matter what, I don't care about if you got kids, I don't care about your spouse, I don't care about anybody else. It is important to you. And honestly, by doing that, you're a better person to everyone in your life because you're happier. The moment that you show up and show out in your life and you become a better person in that way, you become a happier person in that way, it just extends, the light extends to everyone in your circle. So don't negate that either. But show up and show out in your life. And if there's something that's prohibiting you from doing that, figure out what it is and work on it. Okay? I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.